So the first rounds of the lawsuit have gone out. And who are the first to get hit? Funimation Productions, Jamie Marchi, Monica Rial, and Mr. Miss Ronald Soye, who's really asking for it. I got to tell you, wait till we look at this. I'm going to go over like a TLDR of it, and I want to talk about some stuff I think that's worth talking about as far as all of this and how it's going. But this is beautiful. After people like Mr. Miss Soye said, there's no lawsuit coming, guys. It's not coming. Well, here it is. Old Shane Hallenberg on there. That lawsuit's not real. Well, here it is there, buddy. How you like it now? How do you like me now? Old Vic's sitting there about to be counting some cash. Funimation Productions, everybody, on the list. Oh, funny. I really hope Toei takes the Dragon Ball license from you. Then maybe we can finally get a proper home release, maybe? That would be cool. Maybe we could get some better voice actors. That might be a debated topic. That's my opinion. But anyway, they kicked the best one off there, Vic. Anyway, I'm kind of going off into a tangent here. The point is, it's out. They have it, and there's been some reactions. We're going to go over those reactions, but there's some stuff I want to go in here and talk about as far as this goes. So, we have facts, right? Goes over the history of what we know. So this would be a good video for somebody that's new to all of this madness. Basically, we can go over these facts a little bit here, and this will give you kind of a rundown, a TLDR for anybody new to the channel. If not, feel free to skip past this part of the video. But Vic is a voice actor who has performed the voices of animated characters for over 22 years, mainly in anime productions. Vic does not physically appear in these productions. Only his voice is used for dubbing or revoicing of the Japanese voice actors. I feel like most people probably know that, but it's good to know for the people that aren't anime fans. Monica and Jamie are also voice actors. Both have worked for Funimation. Ronald is Monica's fiance and either a Funimation agent or employee, which Mr. Soye denies. Now, it doesn't matter. He has privilege to knowledge that apparently he wasn't supposed to have. So anyway, Funimation primarily dubs Japanese anime properties into English for distribution within the United States and provides streaming access subscription services to those via the website. In June 2017, Funimation contracted with Vic to provide the voice for dubbed anime properties it was distributing within the U.S. For example, in 2018, Vic was cast as the English voice for Broly, the lead character in the fantasy martial arts anime film Dragon Ball Super Broly. The cast included Monica. Dragon Ball Super Broly was released in the U.S. on January 16, 2019, and was an instant financial success for Funimation, earning $7 million on its first day and $24 million within the first 5 days of its premiere. In addition to his voice work, Vic attends fan conventions, approximately 35 to 40 per year. He earns a sizable income from appearance fees guaranteed by contract with the convention producers and from signing autographs, taking photos with fans, and appearing on guest panels. On January 16th, 2019, the day Dragon Ball Super Broly released in the U.S., Monica liked and retweeted the tweet of someone with the Twitter handle Hanlia and accused Vic of being, well, phobic, as we would say, and has been creepy to young fans for 10 years. The next day, Monica liked and retweeted 2 tweets from Kaylin Sucido, who posts under the name Mars Girl, that accused Vic of great volumes of S to the L misconduct, urged Funimation to reconsider hiring Vic Mignogna as a voice actor in the future, and initiated the hashtag #KickVic. That's why Mars Girl will be in the second round. The second round of lawsuits. And that's the one that I'm personally really excited for. That is the one that I want to see happen oh so badly. We're going to get through these ones first. So here is the big one right here. And this is what implicates them all. The ones that are on this one anyway. The repeated attention that Monica, Jamie, and even Funimation's agent, employees, or business partner gave Hanalea and Mars Girl's accusations caused their tweets to go viral. About the same time, one or more defendants began actively defaming Vic directly at anime conventions, speaking of investigations and Vic being fired. Barely a week later, Tammy Denbow, I think I'm saying that right, Denbow, whatever, a Sony executive informed Vic that she was investigating 3 allegations of sex S to the L, H to the T against him. And if you're wondering why I'm doing that, it's because of YouTube and the algorithm and stuff like that. You can imagine what it is, or you can read it right there. You know, it's right there. I apologize, but that's the world we live in on YouTube. One, Monica alleged to have occurred 6 years ago prior at a convention, not at Sony or Sony facility or event, when after she wrote her name on a jelly bean and gave it to him. Vic ate the jelly bean and joked that he ate Monica. Vic denied any S to the L suggestion. He was joking in response to a fan asking if he could be poisoned by the ink. Another alleged inappropriate conduct between Vic and 2 fans, not Funimation or Sony employees, at a convention 3 years prior. Again, not at any Funimation or Sony facility or event. Vic empathetically denied any inappropriate conduct. The third allegation involved a single consensual kiss between Vic and a Funimation employee who was Vic's friends. So there you go. That is the big investigation at Funimation. The one that, took tons of testimonies and was rigorous. And Ron Toye said, they did an investigation and evidence came out. It did. Jelly beans, consensual kisses, and accusations about a convention thing a bunch of years ago. How nice and fair for Vic, huh? What a nice, fair trial. Denbow's telling Vic that her investigation was a confidential matter did not stop Jamie, Monica, Ronald, or other Funimation employees or business partners from urging anime conventions and other studios to terminate their contracts with Vic, telling some that Funimation was conducting an investigation into allegations that Vic was a S to the L, P to the R, or that charges were being filed against Vic and he would soon be arrested, or tweeting details about the investigation. For example, Ronald wrote tweet on February 2nd, 2019, that Vic is a P to the R based on Ronald's investigation. So it goes on to share a lot of stuff about Ron Soye here and how Ron Soye was tweeting out that, he was a P to the R and going after the little ones and all this stuff. And then he was sure to say, glad he's here it is right here. So old Ron, see, this is why you don't run your mouth like this. And this is why it's so great, because this is a big deal. This trial is a big deal. Make no mistake. This Twitter brigade that people do, this stuff has to stop. It has to stop. And this the thing I love about this trial so much is this puts something that can happen if you do this crap and it's not true. You're gonna have to prove it or lose money. And people like, Ron Soye here can run around and think they can say whatever they want. These things are going to change. And now this is going to come back to bite you, buddy. He is down because he took advantage of girls, buddy. How about get a grip on reality and stop harassing people? Over 100 accounts and still more to come, and you defend this sack of S? Get a life. Oh, look at this, that the judge and anybody that's on the jury is going to see, Ron. Not a very smart tweet. And then we come into Jamie Marchi. This was one of my favorites right here. This is one of my favorites. And it didn't age well. Yes, I want his head. I want his balls. I want him to feel an ounce of the pain he causes others and then effing choke on it. I want you to take his D out of your ears so you can actually hear reality. But that's just me. And they said, what about innocent until proven guilty? She says, works in a court of law. Sometimes name and shame is the fastest way to the courtroom. Now, the funny thing is, they never expected this to happen. And the way that they've acted and ran around on Twitter, the way that they proceeded to things, the way they went and called cons to impact his money and pretty much blacklist him, shows like they did not think this was going to happen. We've heard time and time again that they've openly harassed the guy from Kamehacon. They sent the dude text messages, which was so dumb. Oh so dumb. Because that doesn't go away. Even if you were to delete them, you can still go to Verizon and get those texts. They have them in their systems and stuff. So that was so dumb. And all this is going to come out, which makes this even more beautiful. So this goes on even more. Like I want to go over this on a live stream. You see, they come out here, and then this is the old tweet where they updated and said, "We want to give everyone an update on the Vic Mignogna situation. Following an investigation, Funimation recast Vic Mignogna, and they will not be working with him again." And you see here, this was the big thing here. There were multiple investigations done with testimony, proof, and evidence. Companies don't cut ties without those things. However, that information is classified. I am one of dozens of men and women who participated. Stop harassing me. So the funny thing is, well, we know what that testimony was now, don't we? It was about a jelly bean. Just did a video on that yesterday. Very good video. Check it out. And this is when she went crazy and was running around saying that, she's going to tweet and screenshot stuff to the police. I think everybody remembers that. It's a good meme. So here's the good stuff. So this goes over a couple of things here. Defamation, tortious interference, stuff like that, civil conspiracy. Now this is the one that talks about how they pretty much, worked together to make this happen, to get rid of them. Tortious interference, that's getting rid of contracts. Nick's done a really good video on that. Nick Ricada, check him out. Tortious interference with existing contracts. So this is all different charges, actually. Now, here's the interesting one that I really liked and highlighted to make sure we could go back to it. But liability. Now, this sets a precedent because we have so many companies that don't wrangle in their employees, right? And this is what I liked about this liability thing. Listen to this. The preceding paragraphs are incorporated by reference. At all times relevant, Jamie, Monica, or Ronald was Funimation's employee and acting in the course and scope of her or his employment in the conduct alleged above, or alternatively, Jamie, Monica, or Ronald was Funimation's agent with actual apparent authority to act on behalf of Funimation in the conduct alleged above, or Funimation ratified her or his actions alleged above. Accordingly, Funimation is liable for the conduct of Jamie, Monica, or Ronald alleged above. Now this, to me, is the most interesting thing out of this entire document. And let me tell you why I believe this. Okay, so if you aren't aware, because I have a lot of subscribers, like half my new subscribers are all because of anime stuff with Vic and stuff like that. So a lot of you might not know about the comics problem. And it's not just comics. There's a lot of other areas where this happened. Video games, it's kind of going on now. But one of the worst I've ever seen was in comic books. So you have people that work for Marvel Comics, DC Comics, right? And these people can say the nastiest stuff to customers. They run around saying the nastiest stuff, right? Now, the liability thing is interesting because I'm pretty sure that Jamie, Monica, and all of them are listed under freelance contracts, stuff like that. Now, in all of those contracts, it is said that they do represent the company. Disney has this with their freelancers. If you work for them in any capacity like that, you represent the company. So, if they're found guilty here, I wonder, does this set a new precedent? If you run around and you represent a company and you crap all over customers, right? Or you do something nasty in the company's name like they're doing here, or like Mark Wade did to Richard Meyer, can you go after the company now? I'm not the legal expert, but I think that that's a good question that I would like to ask Nick. So to me, this is the most interesting thing. So their dumb behavior on the internet, right? If Funimation ends up getting sued because of that, I think you're going to see changes on the way employees act online because it's ridiculous. I'd have fired all these people. I don't understand why companies don't stand up to their employees and say, shut your ass up. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. They literally just don't care about money. It's a strange world that we live in. It really is. Those were the most interesting things. Now, the other stuff I want to go over real quick is some of the stuff in here. So they have requests. They need all of the documents for Funimation. Now, this is the one I found the most interesting in the requests here. All documents and communications, including electronically stored information in its native format relating to Funimation's Informing Anime News Network, that plaintiff's employment had been terminated. So, Anime News Network I'm seeing mentioned here, I'm suspicious and hopeful that they're going to be on the next round of lawsuits, because these are the key players in many ways. You take them to court, you do discovery, you get info, and then you go after the next round of people with more ammo. And that's what's going to happen to Anime News Network. And I tell you what, man, they're not a big organization. They get a lawsuit and they lose. I guarantee you Anime News Network goes out of business. And man, that would be such a beautiful thing. I would cry tears of joy. I'd record it Mundane Mass style. If they go bankrupt, I will get a face camera and I will cry tears of joy for all of you to see and make fun of me forever. So there were some things in here that I wanted to highlight. So in all of these things, so these are things they have to do and bring when they come to court for the interrogatory or whatever this is. Basically, I'm saying ask questions, bring your proof. Identify all persons who witnessed anything. Identify the half dozen women, Marchie. And then you have the same stuff with Monica, right? She has to identify all 3 of her close friends who came forward to share their stories with her. And they have to identify the investigators with whom you chose to share your testimony. But the best is Miss Ron Soye. Look at all these for him because he runs his damn mouth all day long. Look at all these requests for old Ronald. He's got to identify all 100 of the ladies that he said were chasing after, or Vic was chasing after, and describe all of the incidents that you described as stuff in a hotel room, and your 4 buddies, and that he robbed fans and stuff. You guys are really in a pickle. You guys are in a pickle. But hey, let's take a look at some of the stuff they're saying. Now, Ron doesn't seem scared at all. He says, I can win, and if we go to court. Oh, you're going to court, buddy boy. You're going to court. What I find funny, so look at what he's doing. Thinking about pulling the trigger on this bad boy. Sharing, car details, and he's all, oh, look at these pictures he's sharing of Nick. Oh, very smug. I can't wait for the judge to wipe that smug look right off your face. You won't be buying an Audi after this. You'll be trying to buy some ramen noodles, Mr. Soye. But he's literally talking, I looked at a Maserati and all this stuff. On the day he got the documents, let's remember that, right? But listen to it's so obvious this dude has super low confidence, is very insecure. Look at him still bringing this up. You should do that. What about if they say the person who starts the entire soy beta set a conversation? He's so insecure, man. So insecure. Trying to say I got all this money. Boy, oh boy, you're about to lose all that money. I looked at the Maserati. But he's pretty much talking about, up here we get a little bit closer. God, he hates Nick. He hates Nick. He said, I don't have to beg for money. I don't have to put up fake news to get attention. And people can't stop talking about me. So where is the L? Well, the point is you're going to get the L when you go to court. So I don't mind being a little crazy. I just think it's funny how triggered he gets when he calls attention to these issues, but then he's quick to call others' names. Because it's fun. I mean, it's fun to get on Twitter and mess with these people. It really is. I've grown a new appreciation for it lately. I got to tell you. Because they really do get really upset. I literally get off Twitter for hours, sometimes an entire day even. Whoa, imagine that. What's a crazy concept, isn't it? And I don't ever think about it. But these people, man, these are the people that get those phantom vibrations on their leg, because they think that they're getting contacted from social media or text. They can't put their phone away. It's a big problem. But he's singing black. I'm not associated with Funimation. But then why'd you have the information, Ron, of all this stuff? Where'd you get the information at, Ron? So look at this, Shannon. I'm ready to fight. Boy, Ron, I don't think you have any idea what's coming. Monica Rial here, saying this guy says, I'm going to send my spirit energy to Realism's Marchie Mark and Ron Soye. And listen to this. I hope you guys and Vic can end this overblown event and be friends again. and Funimation will hopefully make up for this, starting with rehiring Vic. Then Monica says, that's not going to happen. Vic is suing me, Ron, Jamie, and Funimation. Good news is the truth will come out. Boy, oh boy, I hope all those jelly beans come out, Monica. I really do. Says, I pray right now that the truth does come out. I really don't want anything else going wrong or to lose a hero like you, Rial Senpai. No reason to worry. The truth will come out, and I'm not going anywhere. And she says it has nothing to do with the jelly bean, but that's not what we're hearing. And I got to tell you, all the sources have been pretty good when they come from Nick or anything else like that. So I'm really looking forward about it. You're trying to distract from the real issues. Well, we'll find out what they are, won't we? Soon enough. So that's pretty much it. I really wanted to go over that document and, just kind of talk about the greatness that's going on with it, because it's finally moving, folks. I was talking to somebody the other day about all of this, and I feel like, I don't know how many of you, I don't know how old the audience is or whatever, but when I was in elementary school, there was the O.J. Simpson trial, right? When the verdict came, they literally stopped class. They put it on TV and stuff, and the world stopped. It was a really big thing, and in many ways, this is kind of like the O.J. Simpson trial of anime in a lot of ways, if you think about it. I'm gonna do a video on that in the future, but the point is, I see some people, I've seen them say, why do you make all these videos on it? Not just to me, to a lot of other people. It's because people want to know, everyone is interested in this because it represents a lot of things. This is like the internet O.J. Simpson trial, or the O.J. Simpson trial of anime. And then I know, not in comparison saying that, Vic is like O.J. I'm comparing it to the fact that, this is on the same level of interest among people in this community, the internet, more and more people are getting interested in what's going on. I think this is going to end up being a big thing. And that's because Vic, and not just Vic, this whole trial represents a lot of things. Represents this whole, listen and just know facts, just take my word for it movement that's going on Twitter. And, people are fed up with it. It's backfired in a lot of ways. And this is like a spearhead movement for a lot of people. And I really think this is going to pick up steam. I really do. I think it's going to get bigger. And it's going to be really interesting to see where this all goes. So anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about all of this. I'd love to hear your comments on this stuff. Make sure you're still subscribed. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you're still subscribed. Links, check out the links in the description if you like the channel, all that good stuff. And as always, I will see you guys real soon. Peace.